Good day, everyone, and welcome to Santa's Village, Muskoka's premier theme park. Muskoka's only theme park, as a matter of fact, but a really good one, seldom visited by roller coaster diehards, except maybe for people like myself, where it's more of a local park for me, or for everyone now because of the new Vekoma Family Coaster that they've just opened up. Incredibly themed, or so I believe, as I've yet to reach it yet, Yeti Trek. New family coaster, first major investment in this park in about 30 years, so it's a really exciting announcement and we're here to try it for the first time. So let's check out Santa's Village for the second time for me personally, but for the first time I'm going to be getting both credits and I'll let you know what that new ride is all about. First thing I'm surprised about is actually the fact that Yeti Trek is not built where I thought it was going to be, which is in the old plot where the Rudolph coaster is. In fact, it's right in the center of the park, and it's actually perfectly realized. I didn't even think that they would put a coaster in that section of the park because it was already well built up. So it shows a little bit of ambition, I think, by Santa's Village, as they have all that land at the front where the Mack Power Coaster used to be that they could potentially use for another credit if they wanted to build one here. Maybe sort of like one of those GCI Woodies or Gravity Group miniature wooden coasters would be an excellent addition here at Santa's Village without question, and fit in perfectly in this park. We're going to hold tight as far as Yeti Trek is concerned and do that next as the Penguin or the Peppermint Penguin Coaster. I've actually never done, and I missed this credit last time I was here, so it's time to get this one in the can. Number 607, Peppermint Penguin Coaster. It's my first look at this new chalet building, and I just have to say, wow. Like, I'm coming from Alpine Fury earlier today and seeing that for the first time, and this building, this station, is probably one of the most impressive things that I've seen in any Canadian theme park, among maybe many. It reminds me a lot of what you get in Germany with some of those Freizeit parks.
We promise, you're gonna get to go once more.
too much camera time because it is likely the hottest day of the year today. It is definitely mid-July, so I'm just so sweaty and it's just not presentable. But that's besides the point. Just got off of 5 rides on Yeti Trek. I think I might go back for another one because I'm spoiled with a lack of way here today. Although there is certainly a lot of kids re-riding like mad. So just come here for a little bit of relax. One thing I do like about this particular park is that they have a nice little rest area for adults and yeah, a nice little decent bar as well with a nice little selection of local beers and $11.25 a pint. Alright, we're all done here at Santa's Village. It's 5 rides on Yeti Trek. I won't lie, I might go for one more ride right after this as I gotta give my impressions. I will say that very first ride, I kind of was blown away. Yes, this is a Vekoma Junior coaster. I've ridden several versions of this, even in Energylandia that has like, I think 2 versions of this same design. But none of them haul like this one. Very, very impressive S-bend first drop. In fact, I've never really been on a coaster in 600 odd that I can remember that has a drop quite like that, because it really pulls you through with a lot of force. And that's the theme of this ride throughout the second half, as really I just noticed that the speed actually just kept increasing as you went through the course. Very low to the ground, very satisfying if you're looking for a coaster with a decent amount of force, even in a family design. So I'm very impressed from Vekoma in regards to that, having, like I said, been on other versions of, say, this particular model. That said too, in the front, I noticed at least 3 different sensations of floater airtime. Very brief, but they're there, and even the young one that was riding with me was like, whoa, whoa, like you do get a lot of effects. They do wait for a full train service, so when you do ride this, you're gonna generally be in a full car. There's only 1 train on site anyway, so the odds of that happening are pretty much all the time. So no Zen rides really available, even on a slow day. But that being said, really impressed. It really takes that second half impressively with a lot of speed. There's no trimming to be found, which is to be expected for really what is a low-lying course, but lots of whippy S-bends, really satisfying the way it just weaves through the trees. It's over before you know it, but I'd say it just leaves enough as far as the course is concerned to be satisfying and doesn't leave you like, oh, I wish it was a little bit longer. And the theming is really impressive here. I have to say, I already said what I thought about the station building, which was excellent, and like every time I look at it, I'm just like, there's different sight lines. Even just looking here, I'm like, I'd like to get a shot of that, I'd like to get a shot of that. The theming is great. I love the whole Percival angle and the kind of like explorer that's looking for the Yeti, and some very creative sort of ideas of where the Yeti is hiding that you discovered during the course as well. So kids are loving it. I will say they are just like eating up this ride, which is explainable because it's well themed, it's really cool, and yeah, Santa's Village have outdone themselves with this particular number, because this is a surprise attraction I don't think anybody really saw coming. That's been very, very impressive, to say the least. Yeti Trek, let there be more to come for this park, because if this is any indication, there's good times to come. Excellent ride. As far as a family coaster is concerned, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. You know, like the upper echelon of that would be Disney parks, but you know, this isn't that far from it as far as like what they've put in as far as theming and the effort and just the feel of everything overall. Excellent ride. Probably better in the back to get those full forces if you're looking for the maximum amount of thrills, but the front, if you can manage to get a seat, is definitely rewarding as well. 8 out of 10. Excellent ride. Enjoyed my day here. It was little brief visit here at Santa's Village. A little under 2 hours, managed to get 6 rides on Yeti Trek and really complete the day. I didn't really tour too much about the park. It's not too busy today, so I feel like I do have a season's pass, so I'm going to come back and do a full tour of this park and give you an idea of what all the rides are about and compliments, including the boat ride, which I missed. I did the train ride in the last vlog. It's actually one of my most popular vlogs on the channel, so definitely check it out if you're missing that. And then, yeah, same train operator as well from several years ago. So yeah, that's it for the day. Enjoyed coming down here to try Yeti Trek for the first time. Would like to get an on-ride POV, and I'm going to see if maybe I can get a communication with the park to see if I can get that for you on the next visit here. But it is a perfect family outing if you are, or at least you find yourself in cottage country with your family and looking for a perfect getaway, then this is definitely Santa's Village. Very affordable, I would say, as far as, like, I already pointed out the price of the beer, but if you're coming with the family, yeah, you don't have to pay for parking, and yeah, you don't have to pay for fast lanes and all that kind of crazy stuff that you would at the park that I was in earlier. So definitely come down here to check out this fabulous new attraction, as it's definitely worth the trip. I've done 6 of them, and I'm probably going to be coming back very soon to get more on Yeti Trek. Didn't review the SBF spinning Visa coaster. There is just an overabundance of that particular model throughout the world, so I don't think it's really worth that much of an evaluation. Had a bit of force to it, but a little bit clunky. It was the extended design, which I enjoyed, but I was just glad to get that credit out of the way. It's also directly in the sun with no tree coverage, despite what I just said earlier, so yeah, you do kind of get baked on that ride. I do remember it, just like even the last time that I was here, it was just right out in the sun, very intense and hot. Kind of takes away from the experience. I think that ride maybe would benefit better by being indoors, oddly enough. This park does run events during the winter time or close to the winter season, which is explainable, so that ride being indoors might not be out of place. Outside of that, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking in this Yeti Trek review. The train, he's been running it mad in the background all day. Yeah, it's definitely been an enjoyable little excursion here for you all on YouTube, as always. Thank you for dropping in.